Good morning, good morning. This is your daily for today, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be for Saturday and Sunday, the 13th and 14th of October. Okay, so this is for all signs, okay? First thing I get is somebody is meeting with someone this morning, today. Someone is catching up. This could be with a friend. This could be with a family member. It feels that it may be for breakfast, it may be for an early lunch, but I do feel like somebody is catching up with somebody. Somebody also, too, with a pickup truck is going out toward a wooded area. I don't know if you're going out toward a pond. I don't know if you're going out fishing. I don't know if you're going out hunting. I don't know what you're doing, but you're going out toward a pond. It's like toward a secluded area, a wooded area as well. I feel like you are meeting maybe one or two people there as well. For some of you had an argument this morning with somebody and you're just taking that long drive. Somebody just decided to get in the car, clear their head, try to get the steam out, and they're taking a long drive. You are going to come to a decision to go back. You are going to try to go back. When you do go back, he or she may not be there at the time. They may have left also. But don't worry, don't fear. I feel like they went to a family member's house. Maybe speaking also with a friend or a cousin. I see a friend or a cousin about a situation, trying to get some ideas on how to handle something. I do feel like this situation will be taken care of for now, but I do feel like that argument will turn into something else later this evening if you're not careful in the words that you choose, okay? There are some of you today who are not even seeing this yet until later on because you've slept in. You've decided to just take advantage of this day or this rainy day for some of you. You've decided to just stay in your pajamas later. Some of you, I don't know who gets up in the morning and starts drinking Pepsi or soda. Somebody's drinking soda first thing in the morning. Okay, do you? I definitely see that. I also see somebody else with the dogs, letting the dogs out, and I don't know, a dog gets in a fight with a neighbor's dog somehow, or your dog got out of the fence and you went after your dog. It's a lot about dogs this morning. I don't know what that's about. For some of you, I don't know, there's a bird. That's weird. I see a bird, and I feel like this bird walks right on the counter. This bird is walking right on the counter, like, just pacing back and forth on the counter. I don't understand it. And it feels like the bird looks down at a cat. Somebody have a bird that the bird looks down at the cat. That's what I pick up here today. Okay, so let me get past all that silly stuff. So what else I get coming up for today, Saturday and Sunday, is there is a renewal of something. There is something rekindled. There is someone who has communicated with their partner about getting together. That will be today. About going out and having a great time. Some of you last night finally got to meet up with somebody after a long period of time. You were very, very scared, very nervous, very excited about a situation. Things went better than you thought they would. Some of you are going to feel like you don't know what the next step is. Some of you feel like you don't know whether this is going to turn into a long-term situation again, or if this was just this one time, this one night stand maybe. You're hoping that it's not just one time. You're praying on that. Somebody is really down, out, and worried that this person isn't coming back to really do what they say they're going to do. Someone feels like they're being tricked. Somebody feels like, they're being taken advantage of once again. Be careful with that, all right? I do feel like there are some of you who woke up just kind of down, kind of not knowing what's going to happen, wondering if there is going to be any new loves coming into your life or any reconciling with you and a past partner. Some of you have had no communication whatsoever, but some of you are still waiting on that, still hoping on that. For those of you who have had minimal communication, please know that someone wants to speak out. They want to speak up to you and tell you things, but they're afraid you're going to take it to another level or ask them to go to another level. The reason they're avoiding you is because they don't want to move forward. They're not ready for that step, and they're feeling pressured by you. Therefore, they avoid you, or they talk quickly to you if they need to, because they don't want to have that whole conversation. They don't want this to go into Where are we going to go from here? You know, are we going to go out? Are we going to sleep together? Are we going to get married? Are we going to do this? They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that level. They're at the flirting, communicating kind of stage, and that's it. They're afraid you're going to make them go to another level that they're not ready for. For some of you, you and a partner are trying to work things out. Excuse me for 1 second. Trying to work things out, but you can't get on balance. You just cannot get on balance. Again, pardon me for 1 second. My throat is so dry. So part of you are trying to work it out, but you just can't communicate right. You know, somebody's not willing to let go of the hurt and the pain, or the lies and the deceit, or the cheating, whichever it is, whichever applies for you. You know, some of you just aren't ready to do that. Some of you had an argument terribly because of a family member who doesn't approve. Maybe somebody is of a different, ethnicity. Maybe somebody, is a different religion. Maybe somebody is a different whatever. But they're different than what your family is used to, and they're not welcoming your partner in. You know, they're making you feel bad about a situation. They're making you have to choose between your family and somebody that you love very much, and that's not fair to you. That is no way, shape, or form fair to you. Nor should you have to end a relationship if someone is treating you well and you are getting along and you want to be with them. If your family doesn't like them, they're not marrying them, you are. They're not being with them, you are. They're not dating them, you are. So, I get it that you want to respect your family's opinions. However, at the same time, shouldn't they be respecting yours? It works both ways, right? That's a two-way street. It works both ways. All right. For some of you, you found a love that had the same ideas, the same thoughts, the same goals as you. For some of you, you've met someone who works as hard as you do, who doesn't have a whole lot of time available, who you might, have a couple chats or whatever during the week. You might do a couple FaceTimes. You might do, a couple text messages or emails or whatever, and then hope to catch up, and see each other, every couple weeks or maybe once a month. Or maybe you have that long distance relationship where, somebody's very far away, airplane ride away, you know what I mean? Not a hop, skip, and a jump, but an airplane ride away. And maybe that person, is longing for you or you're longing for them. Maybe you're wondering how you're going to continue to maintain this relationship with this person because they're so far away. It's very difficult. Emotions and intimacy are needed, to keep someone feeling close to you, feeling warm about you. You can only get so much of a promise with someone who you have not yet come into contact with. You can only keep so much of a promise of being faithful to somebody that is not around you. I understand that you care about one another. I understand, that there's a lot of things that have happened between the two of you. I understand that distance is keeping you apart. I understand that neither one of you can move toward the other, meaning they can't come toward you and you can't go toward them because of your job as well. So please know that, but things are going to balance out, okay? Keep the faith, stay strong, because things are going to balance out. It is going to work out in your favor. Eventually, you two will move to one destination together. For some of you, you're near the water today, near the ocean today. Like I said, maybe a pond or a lake. For those of you doing that, please be careful. There is a snake. Please be careful. Okay, it is not your average water snake. It is not your average garden snake. I don't know what that's about. It's funny because I had just done a reading the other day about a lady, and she told me about a dream about a snake. So now it's weird that I'm seeing a snake. So anyway, I just thought I'd say that, but in case she's watching. But that's really weird. I haven't had messages about a snake in a long time. That could mean something else too. So also too, check out your dreams. Write down your dreams. If you don't quite understand what's going on with your dreams and the messages that are coming from them, because that is the way the universe tries to speak with you. That is how spirit also sends messages when you can't hear them. So, please be aware of that, okay? Pay attention to your surroundings. When you're praying and asking for answers to questions, look up at the sky. The clouds, sometimes, if you ask the universe to show you in the clouds, you will get a message up there. You will be able to see things that nobody else can, okay? Sometimes when you look at the clouds, you see animals or figures or faces or letters. Well, look up there, because you'll be surprised what you'll find. Okay. For some of you, again, like I said, over this weekend, some of you are going to get together with friends. Some of you are going to get together with an intimate partner. Those of you that are rekindling a situation, going back and forth, I do feel like it is going to finally get some balance. I feel like there is going to be a lot of positive energy coming toward your relationship. It is getting past that retrograde period where we're going to be able to get things to calm down, to balance out, to be able to be workable. Okay, to make these things work out in our favor. So please be aware of that. Yes, there's a couple challenges during the day. Yes, we're doing the regular routine things with grocery shopping, throwing in laundry or whatever, cleaning up. It's the weekend. But I also do feel like somebody has a lot of errands to do. It seems like during the week you couldn't catch up with anything, and you're trying to get it all done today in one day. So good luck with that. Somebody is really, really, pushing themselves. For some of you, you spent last night laying in bed and not being able to sleep well because you're worrying about that partner. You're worrying about that relationship, wondering where it's going to go. But it is going to work itself out. If you sit back and give God or whoever your higher power is the wheel, things will work themselves out as long as you just sit there and do nothing. Just ask God, ask the universe, ask your higher power to take the wheel and handle this for you, okay? Ask them to give it divine guidance. Ask them to lead you in a better direction. Ask them to give you the answers that you seek, okay? And things will definitely work out for you. So keep the faith, stay strong, and remember, if you're waiting for that partner to come back, if you're just sitting around with no energy, no movement, okay, there's no vibrations around you, it's just very still, they're not going to come. If you're sitting sad, moping, and feeling grief, listen, I get it that your heart's broke. I am not fighting that. I get it. Believe me, I own that and I get it. But you still got to do you. You can never take care of anybody else or love anybody else or do anything in the best interest of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself first. You must. You must. It is not an unselfish thing to do. It is the only way to do it. If you don't take care of you first, you cannot possibly have enough to give to somebody else. Okay? So with that being said, you guys, stay strong over the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. The weather's going to be nice. Stay dry. For the most part, it's going to rain a little bit this morning, but not too bad the rest of the day. And I'm over here in Jersey, so that's over here. But I will tell you guys, you know what? When an offer comes, an opportunity comes, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And if it's something that you wanted to do or someone that you wanted to be with, then take a chance. Why not? Life is nothing but a chance. And you know what? If it works out, that's super, right? And if it doesn't work out, well, that's okay too. If it doesn't work out, sit there and figure out, well, what went wrong? Well, what happened? Why didn't it work out? What could we do in the future to make it work out? How can we avoid this problem again? How can we get past this? And you'll come up with that answer. All right? So for now, I'll have to say goodbye, but I will tell you guys that it does look like a super weekend. There are a lot of new beginnings this weekend. There is new love coming in for many of you. For many of you, you've been waiting and waiting. For some of you, you're being set up with friends. With some of you, you're meeting someone new out of the blue just because you went out and socialized with your friends. So you end up meeting somebody new and exchanging numbers, and things grow from there. For some of you, you have already met somebody new, whether it was online or somewhere else, and you're taking one step at a time, and you're hoping that they really like you, and that things are going to go well, and it will. It will. Of course they're going to like you. Why wouldn't they? You're put together with somebody for a reason. Things don't happen by accident. They just don't. Okay? Everything is already pre-planned out for you. So if a partner comes back, then you're supposed to take care of that. If you and your husband separated and you get back together, then that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay? So have faith and have trust. All right? And I will talk to you all live. But this is my Weekend Morning Express sending off, and I will see you on Monday.